Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. Fuzzy Wuzzy had no hair. Fuzzy Wuzzy wasn't fuzzy, was he? Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. Fuzzy Wuzzy had no hair. Fuzzy Wuzzy wasn't fuzzy, was he? Try it with me. Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. Fuzzy Wuzzy had no hair. Fuzzy Wuzzy wasn't fuzzy, was he? Last time. Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. Fuzzy Wuzzy had no hair. Fuzzy Wuzzy wasn't fuzzy, was he? Let's add some moves. Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. Fuzzy Wuzzy had no hair. Fuzzy Wuzzy wasn't fuzzy, was he? Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. Fuzzy Wuzzy had no hair. Fuzzy Wuzzy wasn't fuzzy, was he? Did you figure out which words are getting sound from me? I'm just hitting my desk for now. You could pat or you could hit your desk if you're at a table or a desk. There's two words we're looking for. We're looking for fuzzy and wuzzy. So listen for that. Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. Fuzzy Wuzzy had no hair. Fuzzy Wuzzy wasn't fuzzy, was he? So let's do it. Let's go fuzzy wuzzy hunting. Fuzzy Wuzzy was a no bear. No, those aren't fuzzies or wuzzies. Fuzzy Wuzzy had no, that's not a fuzzy or a wuzzy. Hair. No, that's not a fuzzy or a wuzzy either. Fuzzy Wuzzy wasn't. Fuzzy Wuzzy. Now I know this one says was he, but you know, was he? Close enough. So there are all of our fuzzies and our wuzzies. Those are when you are going to pat either your lap or you're going to pat your table for now. We'll get out an instrument here in a little bit. So let's try that together. Go. Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. Fuzzy Wuzzy had no hair. Fuzzy Wuzzy wasn't fuzzy, was he? One more. Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. Fuzzy Wuzzy had no hair. Fuzzy Wuzzy wasn't fuzzy, was he? All right, students, it is most important that you can say the words and that you can pat on all the fuzzies and the wuzzies before we move on. So if you need to pause this video and practice, please do. There is nothing wrong with that. If you were in my classroom, I would give you about a minute just to practice it on your own time because we have to have this right before we can move on. So take a second, practice fuzzy wuzzy with patting, and then we'll come back together. You got it? One more chance. Here we go. Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. Fuzzy Wuzzy had no hair. Fuzzy Wuzzy wasn't fuzzy, was he? Okay, this doesn't look like real deal music yet, does it? So let's make all of the fuzzies and the wuzzies when we pat. Let's give those a sound. So those should all look like quarter notes, right? Because that's one sound, one beat. I know that this is a quarter note because it has one note head. Note heads always equal sound. So I've got ta-ta, 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 ta-ta. Now I can promise you this is the one that kids mess up. I've done this activity for years because this is the one that's not in the pattern. See, these are all tas, and then you've got tas, and then you've got rests, and then a wah. That one's the crazy one. So let's read it, let's do notes, and then let's do words. Ta-ta, 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 ta-ta. Words this time. Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. Fuzzy Wuzzy had no hair. Fuzzy Wuzzy wasn't fuzzy, was he? Yeah. No hair, poor bear. He said, not fair. No hair, poor bear. He said, not fair. Try with me. No hair, poor bear. He said, not fair. Did you notice anything about these new words Now I know the square is blue. Mrs. Ringer made this square. That's not the kind of answer I'm looking for. I'm looking for a musical answer. Did you notice anything musical about the red square with the blue square? Did you think about rhythm? Whoa, ta-ta, ta-ta, whoa, those are the same. Ta-ta, ta-ta, those are the same too. Ta-ta, 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 ta-ta. So we changed the words, but the rhythm did not change. Cool. So let's label these things. We've got the pinky side over there. Oh yeah, woohoo! They're the same thing. Cha-cha-cha, cha-cha-cha. So we've got the pinky side over there. We're going to call him section A. The only reason we're going to call him section A is because he comes first. And when we start talking about form in music, we just go right down the alphabet. So that will be A just because it's the first letter of the alphabet. But then we get this blue part. And even though the rhythm's the same, the words are different. And we're not patting on fuzzies and wuzzies. So we're going to call that B, because it's something different, and it just happens to be the next letter in the alphabet. So we have two sections right now. We have an A and a B. So let's put together some form. Now, when I say musical form, all that means is the order of the sections. So if we did the form A, B, that would mean you get one pinky, and then you get one bluey. So let's do A, B together. You can either continue patting, or if you want to find some kind of instrument that you can play, either two sticks you can hit together, maybe you can find a bowl that you can hit with a wooden spoon, if you want to stomp, if you want to snap. I'm going to leave it up to you. I'm going to use a hand drum today because I like hand drums, but you are welcome to make your sound for fuzzies and wuzzies however you choose. So here we go, section A, then section B. Ready, go. Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. Fuzzy Wuzzy had no hair. Fuzzy Wuzzy wasn't fuzzy, was he? Then B. No hair, poor bear, he said, not fair. Cool. What if we tried this way? This is another really common form. Now I see A, but then I see A again. The letter's the same, the music will be the same. So when we get to no hair, poor bear, that's not the end anymore. We're going to go back to Fuzzy Wuzzy. So grab your instrument. Let's try ABA this time. Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. Fuzzy Wuzzy had no hair. Fuzzy Wuzzy wasn't fuzzy, was he? Then B. No hair, poor bear, he said, not fair. Back to A. Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. Fuzzy Wuzzy had no hair. Fuzzy Wuzzy wasn't fuzzy, was he? What about ABB? Ab. So now you've got two B's in a row. So don't forget, when we get to not fair, we start over again with B. A, B, B. Why not? Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. Fuzzy Wuzzy had no hair. Fuzzy Wuzzy wasn't fuzzy, was he? No hair, poor bear, he said, not fair. No hair, poor bear, he said, not fair. What else could we do? Do you have to have three sections? No. Could you create a C of your own? Sure. If you create a C, it cannot be the same as Fuzzy Wuzzy, and it cannot be the same as No Hair, Poor Bear. It would have to be something different to get a new label. But that's the fun thing about form. You can decide what your sections are going to look like. So you get creative, try some different orders of A and B, and perhaps create your own C and see what else you can come up with for Fuzzy Wuzzy today.